Hey everybody, and welcome to ESHQ's Standout Players, Week 1 of Stage 3. Now we're doing things a little differently this time as, oh hey, it's Derek wasn't available, but I will do my best to bring some levity in this top 7 of the week. So, days 1 and 2, it's going to Dante. Dante's Sombra play was suffocating. His Genji play was on point, and he absolutely deserves the nod. And for the closer look, let's head on over to NASCAB.
Dante of the San Francisco Shock had probably the best performance of Week 3 on Sombra. He had a KD of 24 and 17 on that character, and an overall KD of 41 and 26. With his on-point hacks and clutch EMPs, which is why Dante is our DPS player of days 1 and 2.
We have a new face coming in for our tank of days 1 and 2, and that new face is Space. And not only because of how much space he created for the LA Valiant to get their win not only over the Dragons, but the Seoul Dynasty, both 4-0s, so that's a big week. And big weeks mean big plays mean you are probably a standout player, which he is. For a closer look, let's head on over to NASCAB.
Space of the LA Valiant, the new kid on the block, had an amazing scoreline of 27 and 8, showing up on Diva with a 21 and 5 KD, and Roadhog with a 6 and 3 KD, landing solid hooks on the enemy team while also landing key right clicks as well. For those reasons, we made Space our tank player of days 1 and 2.
Oh, goodness. Sleepy. I'm sleepy. No, wait, hold on. That's the player we're looking at. That's right, we're heading back to the San Francisco Shock because Sleepy is our standout healer of days 1 and 2. And for that closer, more in-depth look, it's time to go over to NASCAB.
Sleepy of the San Francisco Shock showed us a great performance against the Los Angeles Gladiators, racking up an overall KD of 31 and 25, and an astounding KD of 17 and 5 on Moria, which is why he is our support player of days 1 and 2.
And that wraps up days 1 and 2 of Stage 3's Week 1. I know, so many numbers, right? Let's move on over to days 3 and 4. Alright, kicking us off, DPS, none other than Striker. And not just for the fact that he is just getting in there and doing damage and striking at the enemy's back lines, but he was just in the right position, his target priority, his movements, he's an underrated tracer, and he definitely deserves to be in the top 5. And this week, he is the standout player for our standout DPS for days 3 and 4. And for that closer look, let's head back over to NASCAB.
Striker of the Boston Uprising had an amazing performance against the Houston Outlaws this week, racking up 59 kills with only 18 deaths, on top of getting 15 opening frags throughout the whole entire series. On Tracer, he had a KD of 22 and 7, and on Junk, he had a KD of 37 and 11. On Junkrat as well, he had a total of 13 ults, which you can see in these clips. He got a lot of value out of, which is why we made Striker our DPS player of days 3 and 4.
You know him. You love him. Well, if you're not a Boston Uprising fan, maybe you hate him. Because our tank for days 3 and 4 is none other than Gamsu. Because he is just a monster on the field. He is a beast. He knows how to create space. He knows how to create chaos. He knows how to restore order to his own team, and he just synergizes with his DPS and his co-tank so well that he deserves a spot in the standout players. For that closer look, let's send it back to NASCAB.
Gamsu of the Boston Uprising, again, just much like Striker, had an amazing performance against the Houston Outlaws, where he had an overall KD of 31 and 20. He made a lot of space for both Striker and Dreamcasper, the DPS duo of Boston Uprising, which you can tell because their DPS duo almost got 115 kills throughout the whole entire series. Without the space he was able to provide for his DPS players, they would not have been able to get those frags. Which is why Gamsu is our tank player of days 3 and 4.
Alright guys, we're almost at the end, but we are at our support category for days 3 and 4, and we look no other place than the team that stood out the most, the Boston Uprising, and our support is Kelix. Kelix played great. Now, this was tough because Jonak always plays amazingly. Jonak was phenomenal this week, but Jonak has been featured so many times, and on top of that, Jonak has set his own bar so high that it's hard for him to top himself. And the Boston Uprising absolutely deserved this. Kelix played great, so this time we went with the Boston Uprising's Kelix. So for that closer look, let's slide it back over to NASCAB.
Kelix of the Boston Uprising showed us how good of a positioner he really is, and how also he was able to peel for his other support. Especially, I liked it when he played his Lucio, really creating enough space for Nico to be able to deal damage and also be able to heal his friendlies from a safe range. Overall, he had a KD of 6 and 20, which is pretty good for a Lucio Mercy player, which is why he is our support player of days 3 and 4.
It's time for the MVP of the week, and we look back to the LA Valiant because we are giving it to Agilities. Agilities is a player who struggled a little bit in Stage 1, struggled heavily in Stage 2, but Stage 3 so far, he is off to a gleaming start. He looked great in both games for the LA Valiant this week, and if he keeps up this level of play, he will for sure keep that spot on the LA Valiant. But don't trust me? Let's trust NASCAB, and for that detailed look, we're sending it back over to him.
Agilities of the LA Valiant had 2 great performances versus the Seoul Dynasty and the Shanghai Dragons. Versus Seoul, he had a KD of 40 and 16, and against the Shanghai Dragons, he had a KD of 46 and 14. Between both series, he had great performances on Genji, Soldier, Junkrat, Roadhog, and even Pharah, showing an extremely flexible lineup, able to pick whatever his team needed at the time, which is why he is our Stage 3 Week 1 MVP.
Thanks for joining us again, guys. It's always fun to bring you these top 7, these players of the week, these standout players, and I can't wait to bring you the next countdown. And we are also going to be trying to bring you a little extra content during the week, so stay tuned. Anyway, guys, I'm Green Havoc, and this was ESHQ's Standout Players of Stage 3's Week 1.